need to be in a relaxed state to get a relaxing sleep.
And that lets you save. Look here.
Welcome to a brand new edition of Ageless Energy, where we talk about how to burn fat, increase energy, and balance hormones for women over 40. Over the past 20 years as a performance coach, I've worked with hundreds of women that have the exact same struggles you do. I hope to shine some light with this podcast on what can be the most challenging time of your life and let you know there is hope to find success with your health and what you're looking for. Please share and enjoy.
Good morning. Welcome to an Ageless Energy Show. I'm your host, Drew Tadia. Today we're talking about sleep. This is a major issue, and we got to clear this up, especially for women 40 plus. You guys are going through all kinds of changes, and sleep is so important. So I'm going to talk about that and so much more. I was thinking about my radio show, Exploring Mind and Body. I used to do an intro that said, and so much more coming up on, and then they'd cue the Exploring Mind and Body. Anyways, if you're not sure who I am, my name is Drew Tadia, founder and CEO of True Form Life. For the past 20 years, we've been helping women 40 plus increase energy, burn body fat, and balance hormones. So if that's you, you're in the right place. Again, we're talking about sleep today. So jump in here and learn more about sleep, how we can help. And I feel like a lot of times you don't have to feel like you're alone when it comes to struggling with different areas, and sleep is in particular. So a lot of times, like sometimes you may feel like you've slept 8 hours, for example, but you're still dragging through the day. That's there's a number of different issues that we're going to go over. But if you feel like you're doing all the right things, and if not, we can offer suggestions. But today we're going to break down why your energy is crashing, what you can do about it, from hormones to habits, and then supplements as well. So buckle up. This show is being recorded live, so if you want to jump in here, I'm going to pull up the comments. You're welcome to ask questions live, and if you are asking questions after, we will jump on here and ask. If you want to drop your comments afterwards, if you're watching the replay, we'll answer afterwards. Anyways, we're jumping into number one: why sleep doesn't always equal recovery. This is a big one because many times we feel like we have slept, or maybe you're just not a great sleeper. Either way, we feel like that is our normal and it's not equaling the recovery that our body needs. So it's not just that you're tired, you're under recovered. So the thing is, like, our body goes through so many benefits while you're sleeping, from mental detoxing to healing and helping your body recover. And we just see that's not happening, especially women in this age group. So it's important to take the proper steps. And I suppose the proper understanding first of what's happening. And the issue here is that poor quality of sleep equals poor hormone repair. So often I'll hear from women, they come to us and they're like, my hormones are all out of whack. What can I do? And then I'll say, well, let's talk about sleep. We could look at your evening routine, your morning routine, what your evening looks like to get your body in a state of relaxation instead of stimulation. And then from there, what are the things that we can do, or what are the things that are preventing you from getting a good night's sleep? And that has a lot to do with hormones in particular, and why your hormones are unbalanced if you're not sleeping well, which is, I would say, a good majority of women, at least the women that come to us, which may be a skewed population, because I suppose women wouldn't be coming to us if they weren't. But with all the different ailments or challenges that women are going through, sleep is a big one. I mean, I should say hormone balancing is a big one, but that goes back to sleep in particular. So high cortisol levels at night can block a deep sleep. So just think about, if you have heightened cortisol levels, your body is in that fight or flight state. So that is not in a relaxed state. You need to be in a relaxed state to get a relaxing sleep, to get a deep sleep. I'm talking about the REM sleep. Anyone can nap fall asleep, but then you're up. Or if you're not getting that deep sleep, that's the rapid eye movement that I'm talking about. That's the deep sleep that you need to actually get to feel recovered when you wake up in the morning. And that seems to be a big issue. Overtraining and under eating is a big issue. So we don't see overtraining too much, but we see women doing too much. Like you're rushing throughout the day. You've got an appointment. You got to take the kids or grandkids. Like everything is chaotic. And I would call that a form of overtraining. So your body is, again, like always stimulated, always in a heightened state, and there's no relaxation. And then we we almost pride ourselves on how busy we are. And I would look at the opposite. I would look at how enjoyable it could be to have a more relaxed life, which would give you everything. Relaxed cortisol levels, you'd have a relaxed digestive tract, so you'd have proper bowel movements. If the more relaxed you are, the more energy you'll have. So it's all connected. And hopefully that's clear with what we're going over today. I don't know how accurate they are. I've never tried them, but they have those, and I'm not like a huge proponent of electronics, but they have the watches, right, that tell you if you're sleeping or if you're moving throughout, and it'll give you a gauge. I don't know how accurate they are. I'm not recommending you should wear a watch at night, but it might be worth trying to at least give you an idea of how much sleep, because I think a lot of times we think our reality is different than what we think. Let's go to number 2, hidden causes of fatigue. I would look at magnesium deficiency. Big fan of magnesium. Maybe you guys already know that. I think it's the most important mineral that most of us are missing. You look at a hot day and everyone's chugging water without electrolytes. Our magnesium has potassium, big one, along with magnesium, 2 important electrolytes that our bodies just don't get enough of. And then you have a whole laundry list of, from headaches to, well, insomnia. Like if you're dehydrated, you're just moody, irritable, hormone imbalance. There's tons of issues that come up with not having the proper electrolytes going through your body, especially on a hot day. And at the time of this recording, summer is coming up, so that's something to be aware of. But most women are low in magnesium. That's all there is to it. If you're not supplementing, we used to get magnesium from soil, which then would go into our food, and we eat good quality food, usually from our own backyards or from our own farms, and then we'd have enough nutrients that our body needs. We just don't get that with soil depletion, lack of food quality, lack of food nutrients, not eating enough calories throughout the day, especially women 40 plus. We see them not eating enough calories. There are calorie deficient, and that's something you guys need in particular. So if you're not supplementing with magnesium, you don't have enough magnesium going through your body for your body to operate or perform optimally. So that equals restless legs, cramping, your mind is racing, everything. Magnesium is a relaxant. So we actually I'd recommend magnesium 3 and 8 in the evening. It's the only magnesium that can break the blood-brain barrier. That will actually relax your mind. If you look at other different forms, there's a number of different magnesiums, but magnesium will often relax your digestive system, which will prevent constipation. There's a number of different areas that we can look at, but if you think of magnesium as a relaxant, that will help you give you a better understanding of how it can be beneficial. Like restless legs, for example, those legs are jumping and they're contracted, right? Those muscles are contracted. They're not relaxed. So that's why our magnesium spray works so well, because you can spray it on your muscles. It'll relax the muscles and it relax those restless legs. So low adaptogenic support is a big one. So if you look at hormone stress plus adrenal fatigue equals an energy roller coaster, along with stimulants like a pot of coffee. So you're looking at caffeine, you can look at alcohol, tobacco, refined sugar, processed food. Like these are all stimulants that cause your blood sugar to spike and then back down. Spikes and then comes back down. There's more and more research coming out about how unhealthy that is, which is why so many people are afraid of carbohydrates. However, if you choose the right carbohydrates at the right time, which is what we do for our clients and members, you don't have to worry about all those spikes throughout the day, increased body weight, and then I was going to say immune system, but that could be one of them. But more in particular, your metabolism is all over the place and it doesn't know what to do, because your metabolism is there to protect itself. And if your metabolism is protecting itself and it's increased one day and dropped the next day, or faster one week and slower the next week, it's like trying to help you out, but you're not really helping it out. And then number 3 is, I would say, lack of particular supplements, probably lack of supplementation. And I lean towards supplementation. Like we do have a supplement business, of course, full transparency. You may not know that if you're brand new here, but I like food. Like I lean heavily towards food. I've always believed that food heals, food cures, food prevents. The problem is we don't get enough food. And then when I talk about magnesium, you don't have enough food to get the minerals you need. So there needs to be some type of supplementation happening for your body to perform optimally. We just don't see it happening, because when I ask someone, why aren't you supplementing? They'll say, I don't know which ones to take, how to take it, how often, etc., which is why we're here. But if you're looking at collagen in particular, it supports joints, skin, hair, nails, digestion, a number of different areas. I really like collagen because of how versatile it is. So we have an organic collagen, very hard to find. We have a very different processing stage. But that collagen in particular has 11 grams of protein, which is higher than the norm. The norm is usually 9 grams, but I have at least 2 scoops a day. So that's a boost of 22 grams of protein and sometimes 3. That's 33 grams of protein from a collagen. That's a really good source. So this is great for muscle recovery. So if you are working out, if you're spending extra time in the garden, if you're doing some extra walk, biking, hiking, you need the extra support to help heal your muscles, which will then help you get a better sleep because your muscles aren't spending so much time trying to heal themselves. You're actually helping them try to heal.
One of the things I would like to ask of you guys is that some of you know that I don't run ads on this show and don't plan on in the immediate future. So the only ask I have for you is that you help us spread the word so we can help more women burn body fat, increase energy, and balance their hormones. And the only way that we can do that is if you can rate and review this podcast. So the single thing that I could have you do or could ask of you is to leave a review. It'll take 5 minutes or one swipe of the thumb. It would mean the absolute world to me. And more importantly, you could change the world for someone else. As many of you know, there's plenty of women that struggle in this age group for balancing hormones, increasing energy, and burning body fat. So if you could help spread the word, that would make a big difference in our life and probably someone else's as well.
I have a really nice elixir. If anyone wants the recipe that didn't get it, let us know and just comment below and I'll send it over. But it's a really nice. So it's a turmeric. It's a little latte turmeric. We have it as a family. Our 3-year-old has it. Turmeric, cinnamon, collagen, our homemade cashew milk, and I'm not sure if I missed anything. Anyways, I can send you the recipe, or you can find it at trueformlife.com. And that's a nice way. It's a nice anti-inflammatory, healing type of warm drink in the evening. And then it's so versatile. That little latte you can have in the morning. So that could replace your morning coffee. That could be an addition to your coffee. If I have that in the morning, I actually add maca to it and MCT oil for high boost of energy and brain function. So that's something that you guys might want to consider. My last one here before I wrap things up is setting your night up. We do full trainings with our MAT members, but training your evening routine to get you to set your next day up for success. So if you set your evening routine up, you're not flustered, because everyone knows what it's like to lay there in your bed and you're always thinking about what I have to do, what's going to happen the next day, waking up on time, and your huge list of all the things that you have to get done. If you set your night up in advance for the next day, you'll be much more successful. So some of the things that I do I've written down. I actually have a graphic that I could share if anyone's interested, but I pre-make a protein shake. I pre-make all our vitamins and supplements. Those sit out on the counter, most of them that night. The protein shake goes in the fridge. I take it out first thing. I pack my gym bag. I put my clothes out that I'm going to wear the night before. And then all my supplements are laid out. There's not like guessing or I have to pull them out. And you would be surprised how much time this saves if it's already out. It probably doesn't seem like much, but you got to reach in the counter. You may pull out activated charcoal. I'm thinking if you pour and then you grab your water and you pop. Feels like it could take 5 minutes, which may not seem like a lot, but if that stuff's already sitting out on the counter and you're ready to go for that evening, moving toward the next morning, you will get a better sleep because you don't have so much going on in your mind. And there's I don't know what the word is, but there's a enjoyment, at least for me, a satisfaction of maybe a relaxation that I'm all prepped and ready to go. I feel like I have a deeper sleep just because I don't have to worry about getting up, getting my clothes out, and all the little things. There's it's death by 1,000 cuts, right? There's 1,000 things you have to do to get yourself ready. Maybe your kids, spouse, up and out the door. If most of that's prepared, you just wake up and go through the motions. I just put don't underestimate the power of an evening wind down and an evening routine in particular. It's the most important part of your next morning's energy. So you have all your supplements put out, you have your clothes put out, maybe you have your bag packed, and then you sit there and enjoy a nice, warm, soothing, anti-inflammatory, gut healing elixir. That's a beautiful evening. So just to recap, the 3 things to fix first is to support your magnesium levels. So pay attention to the quality of magnesium that you're consuming and how consistent you are on balancing your hormones. So reducing your cortisol levels, that's a big one, through reducing stress in your life, looking at proper supplementation like a maca that would not just give you a boost of energy, but also help balance those hormones. And then stick to a consistent evening routine, which will set your next day up for success. But that evening, I should say, doesn't just set that next day up, but it sets that night up for a successful night's sleep. And then it sets your next day up for success. If you want any type like an evening checklist, just comment below. We have those already prepared. All of the supplements that I mentioned are on our website, trueformlife.com. And if we can help out with anything, just drop your comments below. I am out of here. Wishing you guys all a wonderful day. Thanks for joining, whether that's the live or the replay. And we'll catch you sometime soon. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.